Hello there, welcome back to another video. This time we're looking at some new Facewear, specifically the Scaevan Headgear. This is basically added in patch 7.31 to the Cosmic Fortunes minigame. You can of course also purchase this from the market board if you'd rather. As you can see, I got incredibly unlucky on my spin, but it's gone down to practically nothing on the market board. Things are dropping much quicker than I anticipated. A lot of people are getting this as a consolation prize. It is one of two different types of Facewear, basically added in patch 7.31, and it comes in a variety of different colors for the Scaevan Headgear. We have the default headgear, and yeah, it looks pretty cool, I guess. It's got that kind of neon blue thing going on. And then we've got the silver set, which is quite nice actually. It's got a different kind of blue inlay on this sort of sideways cross visor type thing. I'm not really sure what that's about. I also love how shiny the metal is on the silver one. It looks really nice. On the gold one then, continuing the metallics, we've got an orange there for the visor itself, which is quite interesting, quite different, nice contrast. Then we have the black variant as well, which has this kind of washed out sort of lemon color. It's like a yellowy color with the black metal. Then when we go to the white one, we're back to basically silver again, but much brighter metal, much brighter than the silver one. Very, very shiny, almost like chrome. And then we've got that neon green that was on the default one that's back again for the visor. Then we have ourselves the grey one, which has that orange return, but it's yeah, I don't know, I don't really like the grey one this time. It's a more of a matte colour, so if you're going for something that isn't as shiny, that's definitely an option. Then we've got our red, which is a nice metallic red with a red visor section as well. The red one, the blue one, and the green one are practically all the same. We've got that beautiful blue there, the shine on that metal, with a very subtle blue tint on the actual visor. The green one, again, green and green, looking pretty good. Kind of like a sort of darker turquoise, and more of a turquoise green than a turquoise blue for the visor section. Then we move on to the brass one, which is surprisingly much brighter yellow this time around. I think it's the same yellow that was used on the black variant. It's quite nice. It kind of looks like it's a brass door hinge on your face, which is quite weird actually. I don't know if I like it or not. Then we've got the purple one, which is pretty awesome, especially if you're going to combine this with any of the PvP gear that Dawntrail has included. It looks quite good if you can match to that exact color, which might be a bit tricky, but it's definitely a cool accessory to have for those kind of neon sort of settings for your adventurer. And then finally we've got brown, which is more of a metallic orange with a orange inlay as well, rather than it being brown. I mean, brown is orange basically, isn't it? But yeah, honestly, they're not too bad. Personal favorites out of there, probably the purple one, because it's the most vibrant, probably the one I would use for some mixing and matching with different pieces of PvP gear. Depending on the hairstyle of your character, your clipping issues are going to vary, obviously. As you can see, with longer hairstyles and anything with bangs, you're probably going to have some clipping. I was surprised that this front fringe section on the side did not actually clip there, but unfortunately it clipped a little bit closer. If we were to take most of the hair off, you can see that there is actually a upwards bar, so to speak, that goes above the eye line, which goes back quite far actually. It wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea to cover this up, especially considering how much it's floating away from the face. That's the sort of thing that really irritates me on characters. Or, you know, wear a decent looking hood, maybe some of the actual Scaevan set itself, you know, or ironwork stuff. This could go really well with that. So here's a bug I actually discovered, because I was like, yeah, let's actually go get the Scaevan casting stuff, which was just poetics. As you already know, Facewear is not affected by visor commands, but what if I told you that if you put something on that had a visor command, such as the Scaevan augmented mask, and then did the visor command, for some reason it actually affects the Facewear? That is a weird bug, dude. I have never seen that before in my life, and it looks painful as it clips into your face, but it makes me wonder if other Facewear actually reacts this way. What a strange bug. Huh. Maybe I'm new to this. Maybe this has been in the game for a long time. But it almost feels like the visor itself that's being used for the Facewear still has like code in it that if you could toggle it, you'd be able to. But the hinge itself isn't going the way you'd think it. You'd think it'd go outwards. Well, there we go. Something weird that we've discovered today by combining items. I also thought this might be something to do with being inside of a duty, but outside of a duty it worked just the same. And we also checked if this was like a client-side thing. It turns out that everyone can see this as well. My girlfriend could straight up see the Facewear bugging into my face as well. So, bit of a strange one. I'm not sure if it is also affecting other headgear with visor commands that animate, but I would not be surprised. This is certainly something I didn't see on the known issues list, and I guess consider it reported. And it's probably the least obvious, you know what I mean? Like if you had a white set, you could get away with pearl white and that would match quite nicely. Anyway, more videos on the way from patch 7.1 onwards. We're featuring everything we can get our hands on in the patch, and hopefully we can do the same thing for the Deep Dungeon as well next month or the month after, depending on when it comes out. Much love. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Hopefully they're helpful, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.